Welcome back to Craft to Crumb's Tech Talks. I'm Joanie Spencer, editor-in-chief of Craft to Crumb. In this episode, sponsored by Tielman, I am speaking with Björn Tielman, owner of the company, about baking cup and packaging technology and innovation. Hi, Björn. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, and nice to talk with you today.
So Tielman has a lot of interesting technology, but I want to start out with just a quick brief history of the company because you started in Sweden, but you are located also in North America now, right?
Yes, we are. We're actually, as a company, we're almost 100 years old, and my grandfather started this in the early 30s and started producing baking cups in just a few years later. At first, we were a distributor, and then we kind of grew as demand was coming to us. We've been in North America under the Tielman brand for exactly 10 years right now. So we have a big anniversary coming up in just a few weeks, actually.
Well, that's wonderful. Happy 10th anniversary of your North American entrance and happy almost 100th anniversary of the company. That's very exciting.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to have two different birthdays.
So for sure. So we are talking about baking cups, which I have to say, your products are beautiful. There are so many different styles and they're just gorgeous. But it's really more than that. How are Tillman's products part of the entire baking process as a whole? Can you sort of walk me through how the cups work as a product's being baked?
Well, first of all, there are good cups and bad cups. And the thing is, they all look the same, and you don't see the difference until you actually start using them or starting working with them. At Tielman, we make the cups in proprietary equipment, and it doesn't really matter if you're a large processor with a fully automatic production line, or if you're a craft baker doing everything by hand. In our world, everything starts and ends with the cup. No matter what, the first you do when you start baking is to put up the cups on a plate, or if you're a processor, you have a large conveyor belt with pans that you put the cups in. Then comes the entire baking process. You start filling the cups with batter or dough or whatever you're baking, and then comes the different steps of your process. And what we do is trying to add value to all these different steps. And we do that by customizing the paper cup. That's basically what differs us from most of our competitors.
You must be reading my mind because that was going to be my next question. These are really customizable. So how can that benefit if we're talking to artisan and retail bakers who do a lot with branded products, especially seasonal products? So how can those types of bakers really benefit from a customizable cup in terms of branding or seasonality?
Well, first of all, customized cups will fit your production line or your way of handling the product while you're baking it. With a customized cup, you can also have a different design, and we can help you stand out from all the other muffins or cakes or pies or whatever you're baking, because it's really what attracts the eye that really makes the sell. So having a cup standing out with delicious content, that really improves sales.
So let's talk about things like holidays or limited time offers. These bakers have to work well in advance to get that product developed. So what kind of lead time do they need to focus on if they're working with Tielman to develop a customized cup for a limited time offer or a seasonal product?
Well, it depends on many things, of course. If you choose one of our standard designs, lead times can be 3, 4, 5 weeks. If you're looking for something more bespoke or special with branding of your own logo, you want to use your own colors and your own logotype, lead time is a bit longer. We need to order printing plates and sometimes also special paper qualities to fit your product.
So how do you work with bakers to maybe help them come up with something really special? Do you work with them to help them customize a cup?
Yeah, absolutely. Besides our standard designs, which we can share, of course, we can also make handmade samples so you can test them actually in real life. They will not be, as a handmade sample, they will not be bakeable, but you can at least see how the cup will look like after it's been baked in, and that helps a lot.
Awesome. That's great that you act sort of as a partner with a baker to make sure that they're making something or using a cup that's really practical for what they're baking and also quite beautiful for their to match their product.
Yeah, exactly. And we very much like that word partner that you just used, because we are not the type of supplier that just want to make the sell. We want to have a long-term relationship with our customers and make sure that whatever we provide is also what the customer actually wants. We're not just selling a cup. We want to sell them the cup that they actually can use long-term and that works well in their production.
Love that. It's not a cup, it's the cup. That's a wonderful way to put it. I also noticed in perusing your website that Tillman does so much more than just cups. So I want to take just a second to talk about other products that you develop. There is something called the Bakewell line. So can you tell me a little bit more about that and what's entailed with that? And are those customizable?
Yes, they are. Yeah, how should I describe Bakewell? I actually have a few samples here with me, and maybe that's even better. Bakewell is a corrugated board material, and a baking cup or a container may look like this. This is very firm. It's a standalone cup, and you can bake all kinds of product in it. It comes in different sizes and shapes and colors, and you can even do different shapes like this. This is just an example. Here we have actually a wide range of standard products. They can also be delivered flat and then manually folded. This is actually for cookies as a support material to replace plastic containers or foil containers. So we're very much focusing on paper also being a replacement for aluminum foil or plastic containers. So the environment aspect of things is very important to us.
So let's talk about that for a second. Where does sustainability come in for Tillman and the products that you make? Are these all environmentally friendly products?
Yes, they are. We only use FSC certified materials, which means that they come from sustainable forests. We don't use any paper that has PFAS in it, so it's all what we call natural grease-proof. And that's also what I meant with good cup, bad cup. You cannot really see the difference, but once you use it and you see that when you peel off your muffin or whatever you have been baking, the paper comes off and it doesn't stick to the material.
So that would just lead me perfectly to my last question, and that is, how can a baker get in touch with you to learn more about your products and how you can work with them?
Well, the answer is short. Everything is on our website, tielman.com. There you have more information about our products, all the links to the sales team, and also our certificates and most of the things you need to make a decision.
Okay, well, Bjorn, this was such an informative conversation, and this is a product that is really important to a lot of bakers. So I really appreciate you taking time to walk me through some of the benefits that come with Tillman cups. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you for this opportunity. Thanks.